Hey, welcome back to the Ping Pong Flick Show. My name is Chris Wong. This episode is going to have a ton, and I mean a ton of stuff that has happened yesterday, and it is amazing. I mean, it was a fun-filled DC. The timeline on Twitter was on fire, but there was a ton of nuggets in there that I want to really get into. And across the whole thing, there's maybe a little bit of games, there's TV, there's movies, Zack Snyder's Justice League, most of it, and some speculation, rumored stuff that I want to tackle and make sure I cover it all. So you kind of know the extent of the conversation that has happened and where do we go from here? This is kind of crazy. But first, I want to thank Andrew on Instagram, Andrew JMP87. Follow him there for this lovely and awesome poster here of Batman and his Rogues gallery. It's incredible. Came in the mail. Sorry, I guess it got folded in the mail, but that's all right. Looks incredible. Awesome. So please follow Andrew GMP. Thank you for mailing this. Incredible work there. I'm sure you have a ton of stuff on your Instagram that you guys can check out and see what you and contact him if you want something from him. Contact him immediately. But of course, before I have to get into any more, I'd have to thank the members of the Ping Pong Flick Show. Thank you so much, all the members of Ping Pong Flick Show. Thank you, guys and girls. You are literally lifeline of the Ping Pong Flick Show. Currently at 71 members. Thank you so much. Again, once we reach 100 members, we will have a random prize drawing for DC merchandise. And of course, you know, the rest of the subscribers, thank you for subscribing and watching daily for DC content. Again, if we reach 15,000 subscribers, that will be our first random prize drawing of some awesome DC content. And check out the Teespring. I got some cool shirts down below. Okay, finally, let's get into what has transpired today. And what amazingly, it's been an amazing day. The first things first is that Warner Media CEO actually went to visit Warner Brother Games. Now, this may be nothing, but I thought it was kind of interesting that he took the time out to go and visit some great people at Warner Brother Games in San Francisco today. The office decor is awesome. He showed up, Harry Potter, Justice League, Game of Thrones, and some awesome comics there. But I want to say that's great. That's great that he's visiting them. He's going through all these different places and catching up with people. Can you please tell Warner Brother Games to please make some Superman games, please? I'm awesome. I can't wait to play Gotham Knights. I can't wait to play Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, which has Superman in it. And I can't wait to play the, probably there's going to have Injustice 3 one day. And all the other, but all the Batman stuff is amazing. But come on, let's make some Superman games. We'll make the Superman fan very happy. Or even a Justice League. Imagine a Justice League game, kind of like how Marvel did that. Oh, Square Enix did that Avengers game, right? That'd be kind of cool to have a DC version of that. I would totally play that. I'm just saying. That would be amazing. So, but now let's get into some TV stuff. The first thing is Superman and Lois apparently is filming today. I thought it was already filming, but I guess not. I guess they were just getting ready to shoot and things like that, reading the scripts, table reading maybe. Day one, Elizabeth Tulloch, who plays Lois Lane on the show, says, day one, 7 months after we were supposed to start filming the pilot, but it was worth the wait. 7 months? I didn't know that. Okay, Superman and Lois finally filming today, episode 101. Pilot story by Greg Berlanti and Todd. I can't read that last one, but there is a script right there, for Superman and Lois. I can't wait them to just start filming to actually see. I want to really, I just want to see Tyler Hoechlin's new Superman suit, see what that looks like. Does it have that exactly that newer symbol, Superman symbol on there, and what is it going to look like? The one that really fits him well. So that's something that I can't wait for as we're trying to I really want some more Superman content. And if you are a Superman fan, Superman Lois is your next one coming until Brandon Routh finally, hopefully gets his Kingdom Come Superman series, or on HBO Max. But next, let's get into movies. The first topic in the movies is Black Adam is seeking their Cyclone. This is coming from the Illuminati. Now, they don't have much specifics on here, only that there's 2 rising stars that they're looking for the role of Maxine Hunkel, which is also known as Cyclone in the upcoming Black Adam. They're really only the 2 that we're looking forward to them casting is Cyclone and Dr. Fate. So they're finally getting to Cyclone now. Black Adam's currently seeking to cast Isabella Moner, our live-action Dora the Explorer, or singer-songwriter Leslie Grace as Cyclone. Now, out of these 2, what do you think? I mean, either or, I think it would be terrific and fantastic. Now, another article cited this, but actually said that it's Isabella Moner that's going to be Cyclone for Black Adam. So we'll see what happens. There's probably going to have something official pretty soon. I mean, they did that for, Aldous Hodge and also Sarah Shahi. And cited Illuminati, so they could be right again. And one of these 2 is going to be Cyclone. All right, next movie topic is The Flash. Michael Keaton finally comments on his possible role in Flash. Now you're thinking possible role. I thought he was recast. I guess not. I mean, you see him in the concept art of The Flash, but he had some words to say about his role as Batman in The Flash.
I read I think in August in Vanity Fair, the director of the Flash movie said that you will be playing Batman in the Flash movie. Can you confirm that?
I can't confirm anything. I can only say this though. Mm-hmm. You're like a comic book guy, right?
Yeah, I like them.
Yeah. Still, but if I recall, you're like a Spider-Man guy, right?
Yeah, I'm going to be in the Spider-Man. You're going to be in the next Spider-Man, right? I'm playing Kraven the Hunter in the next Spider-Man movie. This is where everybody's supposed to applaud. Thank you.
That wouldn't surprise me. Yeah. That wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, it should.
So we're having discussions, as they say. We're talking about, we'll see if it happens.
Well, let me ask you about some of the other Batman then, since you can't talk about yourself. We know Ben Affleck is also playing Batman in this movie. Does that mean Val Kilmer, George Clooney, if not Adam West, maybe Kanye West filling in there? I don't know. Will there be a conclave of Batman's men?
They're all 127 of them.
Michael, who was the best Batman?
Me.
Yeah.
So that was Michael Keaton weighing in on that. Like you said, we have discussions. Nothing's been confirmed yet. I'm guessing they're still working over contract negotiations. Maybe he wants a little bit more money. I don't know. But he does mention when Jimmy Kimmel asked, is Ben Affleck? He nodded. And then when he went to Val Kilmer, he made that weird face and he almost like said, no. So that, to me, that first instinct when he said he did that was that it's not true that Val Kilmer, George Clooney, there's going to be other Batmans in there. So I think it's really is going to be more tight in this way, where it's just going to be Michael Keaton and Ben Affleck. No Christian Bale, no Val Kilmer, nor George Clooney, none of those guys. It's just going to be Michael Keaton and Ben Affleck if Michael Keaton agrees to it. And they finally have an official confirmation that he signed on officially to be Batman in the Flash movie. So I'm hoping he does. Like, I'm a fan of Michael Keaton. I'm a fan of Ben Affleck. He is Batman. I mean, he was my Batman 1989. So I would totally hope that he signs on. That'd be great. Fantastic to see him play a role in both the Marvel universe and the DC universe. But I want to see what his suit would look like and how it would fit in his suit. That would be pretty awesome to see. All right, so the next topic is about Wonder Woman 1984. Apparently, there's an updated Wonder Woman 1984 theme. This is actually coming from Luis Fernando. The WWE Wonder Woman 1984 official website in Japan has been updated with a nice perk. Enter in the address below, find the symbol, and click on it to listen to a preview of the updated version of Wonder Woman's theme that will be part of Wonder Woman's 1984 score. And so there's a picture of the site where you can click on that, and I'll link that in the description below. I cannot play for you here because it will definitely be flagged and copyrighted and things like that, and it would just be ugly. But if you would like to listen to the updated theme for it, you can go and listen to it. My reaction to it is that it is a little bit more whimsical, I would say, than the heaviness that was in Batman v Superman. Which one do I prefer? I prefer the Batman v Superman version, even though it's Hans Zimmer and Tina are both back to doing that score. For some reason, it may take a while, and maybe with the context of the scene, then I'd get used to it. But I've listened to Is She With You so much for the Batman v Superman score that that really is my preferred version, if you will. Okay, now on to the big news today, and I've actually covered it in the breaking news section. So there's a video. If you want to see more about that, you can click on that video up there and check out my breaking news about Jared Leto returns to Joker role for Zack Snyder's Justice League. This came out on the Hollywood Reporter. I read pretty much the entire article in my breaking news video, but I want to go into the points, the 4 points that was brought out from this article. Not only that Jared Leto is returning to Joker, but that Zack Snyder's Justice League, the official title for the Snyder Cut, is Zack Snyder's Justice League. So let's make that clear right now for anybody who thinks otherwise. That's not the case. So, and that's a good thing because, you know, Zack Snyder himself said that this is the title he wanted. There were some legal things he had to go through, but now that the Hollywood Reporter actually pulled it out and says its official title is Zack Snyder's Justice League, congratulations to the Snyders. You've got your title. The next thing is that Ben Affleck, Amber Heard, Ray Fisher, and of course Jared Leto are shooting additional scenes. Those names were brought out in that article, and I can't wait. I'm so excited. I want to see Ben Affleck in the suit. Maybe we'll get a set picture or something either this week or next week, you know, because the shooting additional scenes have already gone underway since like Monday, I think. And so it's gonna be amazing to see them on set again. They didn't say anything about Henry Cavill Superman. He's still in the UK, he's probably shooting The Witcher, so that's kind of understandable. And nothing about Gal Gadot either. So it looks like it's just going to be a few people here and there, although the article did say there's others as well, but they don't know. So I'm really curious to see what these scenes are for Ben Affleck, Amber Heard, Ray Fisher, and Jared Leto. And because you probably saw this in the thumbnail, I'm thinking, my theory is that this is a nightmare scene. This is actually when it's the Nightmare Future, Nightmare Batman. He's working with Joker, and he's actually of course, Ray Fisher's Cyborg is going to be there, at least half of them, and then Ezra Miller as the Flash. But maybe this is the parts where Flash has gone off trying to, go into, through time, and this is the last stand, Earth's last stand, and they have to make use of certain people like Mara and Joker to help out against Darkseid and of course Superman as well. But another thing that was interesting out of this was that I forgot to mention John Berg and Geoff Johns are not credited for Zack Snyder's Justice League, and that article really made it sound like they were kind of giving it up, if you will, out of respect. And I have a hard time believing that, but it's okay. They want to do that. They want to put out an article in a way that is respectful to those people. Then whatever. At least we're still going to get Zack Snyder's Justice League, and I'm really happy for that. The other thing was that there was a hinted tie-in to David Ayer's Suicide Squad within the article, where it says it would tie into Suicide Squad because Jared Leto was in there. Now, I don't know if that they're just speculating that Jared Leto Joker being in there would actually be a tie-in or not to David Ayer's cut, or just the Suicide Squad in general. But I like to think of that in a way, when the Snyder was working with the whole thing before Geoff Johns, that they talked with David Ayer a little bit more in detail and figuring out how a better way to tie in each other. And they got that, right across. In fact, the first shoot that David Ayer was done before the reshoots would have been his Ayer cut. It would have tied in much more, maybe even tonal wise, to Zack Snyder's Justice League than what the theatrical version put out. So hopefully we get to see that. And I'm really, pretty much optimistic now that David Ayer will get his Ayer cut. In fact, he kind of celebrated today. He put on Insta story, "Welcome back, Jay, at RT Ayer Cut." So it kind of, in a way, just pushing that a little bit more. He also did the hand clap to David for Jared Leto's Joker. Of course, I think this is actually really does mean that it might actually be happening. So I'm really, really psyched about that. I'm really psyched. I don't know if it's going to come out before the Snyder Cut or coming out after the Snyder Cut. We'll just have to wait and see about it. But if it's going to tie into Justice League, I think it will be a nice appetizer to watch before the Snyder Cut, if you know what I mean. Also, something that could also tie into the Snyder Cut is that and this is coming from DC Versal, shout out to them. I translated for you. Daniel RPK, who's a scooper, reports that Margot Robbie is in talks to participate in additional filming for Zack Snyder's Justice League. So not only Joker will appear in Zack Snyder's Justice League, but it looks like even Harley Quinn may appear in Zack Snyder's Justice League as well. And it kind of reminds me of Justice League Dark Apocalypse War, where you had the Justice League and the Suicide Squad kind of team up against the forces of Darkseid, in which, Harley Quinn actually led the ragtag team of Suicide Squad. And maybe in this case, it'll be different. What if we see Harley actually dying in this and Joker actually leads the ragtag team of Suicide Squad members in that nightmare future? And so I'm really intrigued by this. This is some of the big nuggets that came out of this one article from the Hollywood Reporter. But I'm also hearing, and this is coming from Dave the Film Junkie, that actually this thing wasn't supposed to have come out. All these little things, Zack Snyder didn't want it to come out. And if that's true, I feel really bad. I mean, that really sucks. And there's somebody over at Warner Brothers is trying to leak this information out to the Hollywood Reporter for some other reason. And it does make a little sense. I mean, they really put in that nugget about Ray Fisher, and they also put in a giant paragraph saying that, look, Geoff Johns, John Berg are not getting credited, and they're just stepping away out of respect because we're nice people. Yeah, you know what? I think it's in a way to try to put some positive to their names in that article, wrapped around some big exclusive like Jared Leto to play Joker in Zack Snyder's Justice League. At least that's what it seems like, if it's true that Zack Snyder really didn't want this to come out. But maybe we'll get some big nuggets later on as more things to come out. And like Dave said on his show, Zack just drop those things already, as they're going to be leaking it anyway, I guess. But in any case, it's still exciting. And for us, the people to know, we kind of knew that Joker was going to be in Zack Snyder's Justice League. Wasn't sure in what fashion, but it's great to see some actual, confirmation coming out of a trade like the Hollywood Reporter in any case, right? But that also got some conversation with other people as well. Grace Randolph being one of them. Grace Randolph had done a pretty cool video, and I'm going to link it in the description below. And she has some things that we should definitely talk about, whether it's true or not. We'll find out. But I like to say that when it comes to the Snyder Cut, she seems to know a lot more about Snyder. I mean, she did have an interview with Zack Snyder. She does have a source within the Snyder camp. I can guarantee you that. So she may know some stuff in terms of the Snyder Cut. Everything else, I'm not sure, but she is one of the big names out there in terms of scoopers. But what she brought out in her video was kind of interesting. The first one that she brought out was Ryan Reynolds, Green Lantern news soon. Yeah, she actually said this in her video that there's going to be a Green Lantern headline pretty soon, and Ryan Reynolds is going to be all over that headline pretty soon, and it seems to be going well. Now, I think she is implying that he may actually be in Zack Snyder's Justice League. I've heard from others that that's not the case, and I don't know what to think about this. I'm kind of like, really? It's still going on? And I'm really excited to see if we do get some headlines soon. Like, what is soon really? Is it this week, next week when we see the series? Or like, I'm really intrigued by this whole. That's why I keep talking about it, because it really perks my interest about Ryan Reynolds going to be Green Lantern. Like I would thought that, you know, Disney gave him a buttload of money by now to be Deadpool, right? Didn't he have this exclusive contract or something? I've talked about that a little bit, but it could. And Rob Liefeld is still kind of salty at Disney, and maybe it's because they're not going to let Ryan Reynolds do whatever he wants with Deadpool. You know, I always go back to that Kevin Feige on stage with Scott Derrickson, and he said that it's no, Doctor Strange 2 is not going to be rated R. It's going to be PG-13, and you're going to like it. Maybe Ryan Reynolds doesn't like that. Maybe he says, I want to go hard R. Deadpool ain't no PG-13. He ain't no PG. He's going to be rated R, and he's going to swear a buttload. So we got to make that happen, and I think maybe that's where communication may have broke down, and so maybe he's going over to Warner Brothers now and says, hey, sign me up, because and I get to do whatever I want with Green Lantern, right? And they're like, yeah, let's do it. So I think maybe that's where it is right now, or maybe it's just a power move in a will, and if you will, in making Kevin Feige and Disney over there kind of sweat a little, saying, well, we're going to lose him if we don't give him what he wants. So I think there's still a struggle there, maybe, and we'll see what happens. We could either be Deadpool, or he could be Green Lantern, or he could just be Free Guy for all we know, right? So that's interesting that Grace Randolph brought that up. What else she brought up was that Pattinson could replace Ben Affleck after the Flash. Now, this is the stuff I've been hearing from other people as well. One side says true, the other side says not. But essentially, what Grace said in her video is that if Ben Affleck could definitely start up his own HBO Max series and movie on HBO Max. So the contracts with that, and that the Flash movie is his kind of swan song, if you will, his send-off. That's his last film out of the Warner Bros. Theatrical universe. And then afterwards, they're going to find a way to put Robert Pattinson in the bats for the DCEU, in the Justice League. So you'll have Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, Jason Momoa as Aquaman, and then you'll have Ezra Miller as Flash and Ray Fisher as Cyborg, unless Warner Brothers is still not happy with Ray Fisher. And Ben Affleck as Batman will be gone, replaced by Robert Pattinson as Batman. Yeah, it sounds weird, and for me, like I've said before, in my opinion, I think Robert Pattinson, if they're going to do a Justice League out of Robert Pattinson's universe, just make it a separate universe. But that's what she said. So she said that if that's going to happen, then Robert Pattinson will be the new Batman for the new Justice League going on in the DCEU, meaning the theatrical universe, and Ben Affleck will continue being Batman on HBO Max. So, but it all is contingent on the success of the Snyder Cut. Another thing that's contingent on the success of the Snyder Cut is that J.J. Abrams apparently is still interested in making that Superman solo sequel, but with a little thing there called With or Without Henry Cavill. So Grace Randolph said that it depends how the Snyder Cut performs. If the Snyder Cut performs well and people are really still digging, and I don't see why. I think people dig Henry Cavill as Superman. They keep digging Henry Cavill as Superman. J.J. Abrams will use Henry Cavill as Superman. But if it doesn't work out and not many people like Henry Cavill Superman, then J.J. Abrams will replace his Superman for his Superman solo sequel, theatrical Superman solo sequel. So And that just, goes to that point that it seems like if all this is true, it seems like everything from Ben Affleck's Batman HBO Max series, possibly even the Ayer cut, at least this is what Grace is trying to say, Henry Cavill continuing as Superman, everything is contingent on the success of the Snyder cut. It's almost like Hollywood paused, especially in Warner Brothers and Warner Media in terms of DC. They can go around it by doing all this Black Adam and things out of that. But in terms of the main Justice League, it's like they are waiting to see how Zack Snyder's Justice League performs on HBO Max before even confirming or making things official or going through with all these other projects that could or could not be within the works right now. So that's the shining light. Zack Snyder's Justice League. Like I said yesterday in my Ben Affleck Batman video, that it's like the Snyder cut is that mother box. And when they open that mother box and successfully open that mother box, we're able to make it open. The boom tube will bring in all these other projects that we want. We want more Ben Affleck as Batman. Let's do it. We want more Henry Cavill as Superman. We want the Ayer cut. It seems like if this is true and they're really waiting for 2021 Zack Snyder's Justice League to come out until we get all these other official announcements, man, we got to make that Snyder cut big, and I think we will. I think we will. And it's just really contingent on actually getting HBO Max available through the world, please. Can we please get it to work on like Fire, Amazon Fire, and Roku, and actually make it available across the entire globe, and actually help that a little bit. So once they get that squared away, hopefully before Zack Snyder's Justice League comes out, everybody will have Zack's HBO Max by then, and then be tuning in to watching the Snyder Cut so that we can open the boom tube for other projects that we want to come through that boom tube, please. All right. So, and that's amazing. That's amazing. The power that Zack Snyder holds in his hands. All right, guys. Well, that is it for today. I want to thank you so much for watching. Like I said, if you absolutely love this daily dose of DC content in movies, shows, and video games, please click that like button, hit the subscribe, ring that notification bell, keep this hot dog light on, and I'll see you next time.